Hello, everybody. Welcome to Talk About Houses. I'm Todd.
I'm Juana.
Juana is wearing her lovely Antonio Milani dress today.
Yes.
That you actually got in Milan, right?
Or Dillard's.
Dillard's, which is in Milan. Is that a town outside of Milan?
Or downtown Summerlin.
Downtown Summerlin. Summerlin is further outside of Milan.
A little further.
It's a little further outside of Milan. Juana wanted to give, we ran into somebody, so Juana wanted to give a shout out.
Okay. So I wanted to give a shout out to Jasmine and to Zane. They bought a house with Jason, our agent, and they love their house, and we're very happy for them. We ran into them at dinner, and they joined us, and it was very nice. And just want to say thanks for watching the videos, and thanks for buying a house with us.
Yeah, it's usually nice because when we go out to dinner, we have all the people coming up wanting autographs. Saying, "Oh my God, I watch all your videos," and we can never get through dinner without being interrupted.
Either that or Vegas is still a small town, and you run into people when you go out.
Right. Like Mike Tyson will be sitting at the table next to us. They'll go, and I'll hear, "Oh my God, look, it's Todd and Juana." And then Mike Tyson will be looking around and go, "What? Am I chopped liver?"
All right, let's get on with the video.
Okay. We're going to talk about Barbara Corcoran. In a Fox Business interview, Shark Tank star Barbara Corcoran predicted an increase in home prices. Corcoran said the U.S. real estate market is experiencing a bottleneck that won't last forever. Now, yes, she's on Shark Tank, but she started off in real estate.
Right.
In New York City, she has one of the largest firms in New York City named for her. I don't know if she sold it, or I don't think she still operates it, obviously, but...
Well, whatever it is, Barbara Corcoran has a lot of experience with real estate. She's very knowledgeable. Hence, the news outlets or whatever you want to call them are interested in having a chat with her.
She did the whole video, and there's a clip that you can see on YouTube. I'm not going to link it. I'm not going to put it in the video because it's too much editing, and I do all the editing, and it's too much work. So, but what she said was literally, she just basically said that. Here's the quote. She forecasts a shift in the real estate market once the interest rates drop. And how does she know this, Juana? She's been watching our program, probably.
Well, you know that magic ball that we have?
Yes.
The little globe thing?
The one you broke?
Yeah, right. Okay. Anyway, that thing, she has one of those.
Okay. She basically did this video and said, if you think things are bad now, just wait till interest rates drop again.
Right.
So tell them what's the why?
Okay.
Why this is? What's the theory behind this?
Okay, so there's all this pent up demand, right? There are all these buyers out there who do want to buy. They're not buying because interest rates are high, and they're not buying primarily actually because there is no inventory. Once interest rates moderate a little bit, then sellers are going to get off the fence and they're going to put their houses on the market, and then the whole thing will start churning again. And when that happens, all this pent-up demand is going to flood the market again. And you're going to have some version of what happened over the pandemic where everybody flooded into the housing market and bought a bunch of houses. So I don't know that it'll be quite as much of a frenzy. It could be more, it could be less, but I think there's certainly going to be a substantial uptick in transactions compared to what we've seen for the last 7-8 months.
There'll probably be 3 or 4 million homes that's transacted in the next 12 months. Remember, the population in the U.S. is over 340 million people. So we're talking about 1% of whatever the population is, the number of homes that'll turn. And there's 34% of people saying that they're interested in, that are eligible to buy a house, meaning they're of adults and all that they're thinking about buying in the next year. Only about 6% actually will. So we'll probably have 5 or 6 times more pent-up demand than we actually have people borrowing. Anyway, she put a specific number on it. Okay. And this was the quote from the article. When buyers return to the market, she believes prices could increase by 20%, returning to the buying frenzy seen during pandemic days. Here's an interesting stat. At the peak of the market in June of last year, when all the crash nonsense was predicted, median home prices were $449,000 in the U.S. Last month, which was May, $441,000. So remember, year over, and they're forecast to go up in June. So at the end of this month, we'll know the year over year. They already know it's going to go up. They're literally saying it's going to go up. They don't know if it's going to be 445 or 446, but it's be damn close to 449. So two things. What about people who panic sold that didn't really have to sell? They just sold because they were afraid their home price would drop 20%. They can't buy their own house probably right now. It's probably close to the same price, depending on what market they're in. Mm-hmm. And even if it's in a market like Vegas that's down 5 to 8%, how much would that loan be?
Right. So people who sold their homes now can't buy them back, even if it's even money on the house, or even if the house is worth a little bit less now, their interest rate is going to be higher on that loan, so their monthly cost is going to be higher. And that's not even taking into account what it costs them to sell the house, and then what it's going to cost them to buy the house. Because of course there are transaction costs in and out of buying houses. So that's an important thing to kind of keep in mind too. Her prediction of 20%, while it sounds really outlandish, I don't know that she's that far off. Certainly, I mean, is it going to be 20% overnight? No, of course not. But is
at least a week.
But it's going to definitely be certainly double digit and over a relatively short period of time, because, like I said, there's a lot of pent up demand. Think of it this way. Remember when we were all living in our pajamas in our homes and we couldn't go anywhere, and then as soon as everything opened up, you couldn't get into a restaurant, you couldn't get anywhere because everybody was out? Well, it's kind of the same thing. Once interest rates come down, you're going to be in the same boat with everybody coming out to purchase at the same time. Yeah.
No, I definitely think that, I would have said, we did an update a few weeks ago where the prediction was there were two predictions, and one was that home prices would be up 6% by December of next year, and one was 1%. But the 1% was if we defaulted on the debt. Home prices would only go up 1%, otherwise they would go up 6%. And people are still saying, wait, why are home prices going up still when interest rates are high? They should have gone down. But why are they going up? Something's got to give. Well, I think this actually shows how strong demand is. Even with interest rates, people are still trying to buy houses. And just like air travel, as soon as, there's inventory ticks up and people, there's more stuff for people to select from, there's going to be more purchasing happening,
right.
Home buying. So I am more bullish. We've always been very positive on real estate, and I'm more bullish now, seeing what's happening this fall and what's going to happen this summer. And I think next fall will be far more improved than what happened last fall. I think last fall was the worst of it. We had a few months of price declines, but it's picked back up, and I think the spring to fall drop off is not going to be absolutely horrible this year.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with you. And remember, the name of the game was what? Supply and demand, right? We haven't had a lot of supply, we've had a lot of demand, and the demand keeps building. That's the thing that everybody needs to keep in mind, that every day that goes by, more people are willing and able to buy a house, and that's on top of the people that we had yesterday and the day before and so on. So that demand is still accumulating. So when we get to a point where we have inventory and we have better interest rates, then the floodgates are going to open, and then you're going to see multiple offers again. You're going to see bidding wars again. You're going to see all that again. To what extent, I don't know, but I think it's going to be exciting. I'll put it that way. It'll be exciting. Yeah. Remember how I said this year was going to be boring? It's going to be ho-hum? Okay. But when that happens, it'll be exciting.
2024 will be probably crazy.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we'll go back and we'll go make a video of all the people that predicted housing crashes and then how it never actually happened.
No, we're not giving them airtime.
No airtime.
No airtime. Okay. So what do you think is going to happen? Do you think that Barbara Corcoran is right, that interest rates and buyer demand are going to converge and yield 20% appreciation on homes in a relatively short amount of time once interest rates come down? What do you think is going to happen? And when do you think is it going to happen? This is an important question.
Put that in the comments.
Yeah, put it in the comments. We want to know what you think. We want to know what your crystal ball says. We know what Barbara Corcoran said. Now, what do you think? We want to hear from you. Please be nice to one another in the comments. If you thought this video was interesting, If you got something out of it, if we entertained you, if we made you laugh, please like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get another awesome video, and share the video, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.
Bye.